Hi everyone, welcome back to Encounter Encouragement. Tonight's video is sponsored by the letter M, and the title tonight is My Mood is My Mission. So, it's confession time. Several years ago, I was a person that I really didn't like. I was moody, I was often angry. Sometimes I'd be blissfully happy, and other times I would be so grumpy and angry and bitter and not fun to be around. And I, I often was negative, or just sluggish, even if it was, not a bad day. How are you doing today, Carolyn? Whatever, and just blasé, and never really spent the time to be content or happy. Well, I wasn't a fun person to be around, and I knew it. And I didn't like that about me. And that's not the person who I am on the inside, and it's not who I wanted to be on the outside. So, after taking some inventory, personal inventory, I prayed. And I felt that it was my mission to adjust my mood and give a little altitude to my attitude. So, with the power of the Holy Spirit in me, I decided, and I made it my mission, to take the high road and choose to be happy. Now, every single situation isn't great, but there's a lot of times that I had the opportunity to look at the circumstances and let them slide because it wasn't something that I could control. Now, if I could control the circumstances and the situation, great, but I couldn't always do that. And that's when I had to choose to let it go and deal with what I could change. And that was me. I could choose to stay in a happier place. I could choose to look for good things in people and in myself and just in the world in general. So I chose to start seeing the positive things in my life. And instead of always finding the negative and always living in that negative and being that negative Nancy, I became a happier person because I looked to be a happier person. I spent my time truly focusing on finding good things in other people and pointing it out to them. If someone on my team was doing a great job, and they always did, but I would never say anything about it, so I went out of my way to pull them aside and say, hey, I saw how you dealt with blah, blah, whatever the situation was, and I really appreciated how you dealt with the other people involved and how you just handled that so smoothly. And thank you. Nice job. And I found that when I did that, that person became a happier person and a more pleasant person to work with. And I was more pleasant as well. And soon, more and more and more people that I dealt with were easier to deal with. And it was truly because they found me easier to deal with. It wasn't that I changed them. Their behavior was able to change. They were willing to change because I already had changed. I had chosen to take my attitude to a different place, to somewhere better. My mood was happier. I'd be going through the kitchen humming a tune. I'd be walking through the dining rooms, not really whistling, but, whistle as you work, kind of deal. And I became a happier person, and people didn't have to walk on eggshells around me anymore. And so they were relieved as well, and they could be themselves a little more easily around me. When I was in a bad mood, being all negative, they kind of, ooh, how do I handle her? Well, now they didn't have to worry about that. And I became a person that I liked much better. Now, yes, there were circumstances that helped lead to this transformation, but I found that it doesn't really matter what the circumstances are. You have to make the choice to change your mood. Make it your mission. If you want to change yourself in any way, whether it be your mood or anything else, you have to make it your mission. I made my mood my mission, and it made a big change in me, and it made a big change in how easy my life became after that. Yeah, a lot of things bad happened to me. Things that impacted me personally, emotionally, financially, in all different kinds of ways that were very negative and very difficult to deal with. But because I was starting out from a place of looking for the good, finding that silver lining, I was able to do so. I mean, the opportunity is there. If you want to change to be more positive in whatever facet of your life it is, make it your mission. So, I hope this has been an encouragement to someone, a blessing perhaps even. If so, feel free to hit the subscribe button and get more encouraging messages whenever you feel like it. In the meantime, feel free to leave a comment and, let me know how you have made a positive change in your life. What mission did you take on to adjust your life? So, until we meet again, I wish you all a very, very blessed day. Thanks, y'all.